I shared about data, what data means, and how data has given back. As of that time, they were already exposed to ChatGPT. They knew about ChatGPT. They were already using ChatGPT. But I said, let me open the hood for you, see what's going on. And this is why we're able to use a tool like ChatGPT, because we are now able to collect so much data about so many different things. And I shared with them what data means, and then talk to them about deep learning. For a boss that can't even, from looking on there, you can't even tell, right off the bat. I said, would you call that accident? Would you call that a magic? Would you call that magic or not? They said, that's magic. And then I showed them how, in a use case like that, using this concept of gathering data, machines learning from that data, going through deep learning, that we can build a solution that solves a problem like that. And you know what? Sitting with those students for, I think we sat down for about 1 hour. They were able to sit with me and generate 20 attributes that we could look at in a downfall bus that we can use to build a system like that. I told them that beyond the generative or ChatGPT use case of artificial intelligence, that what you've just seen, what I've just showed you, is artificial intelligence. But they could connect with that example. Why? Because it's a use case that solves a problem in our context. Because if I shared that example, maybe in any other part of the world, they would be wondering, what do you mean? That may not seem to be a useful use case. But for us, it's a use case. Why? Because we still have problems that government isn't solving. That if we're going to wait for government to solve, will take a long time. But if we think with the mindset that AI gives us the ability to, we might solve problems. This generation might solve problems that prior generations may not. But you need to understand what AI really is beyond the esoteric use cases. That's beyond the scope of this course. That's not what, but I wanted to show you, to just narrate to you an example of a use case that some 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 13-year-old could get immediately. And they could see beyond ChatGPT how powerful AI can be.